Hello, my name is Russell Myers. Welcome to Issues Unite. So, the count is not absolutely complete, but has stabilized, with Biden consistently in the lead by a very narrow margin. His lead is by less than 5 million votes and just barely 3% of over 148 million total votes. So Joe Biden is now the official incoming president of the United States. Yes, we will have Trump is, planning all these challenges and what have you, and recount, whatever, but nothing's going to change, and we know it. All right? So I say that he is the official incoming president because it's unlikely that he will be the acting president, but merely the figurehead. A mannequin being operated by and in tandem with the unelected deep state, military industrial complex, corporations, and powerful elite structures which have been the true power over our lives for as far back as any of us can remember. The popular response I have been getting has been, well, at least now we can have peace. No, you can have peace, you believe. However, that is not peace you are experiencing or will experience. It is willful ignorance, the attempt to go back to sleep. You may find it peaceful that there will no longer be any form of resistance. Excuse me. Never mind that Biden will continue and expand the same flow of wealth to the top, the same international tensions, the same bombing of other countries, the same murderous sanctions which Trump has engaged in, which were a continuation and expansion of the policies which Obama engaged in, which were a continuation and expansion over George W. Bush, which were a continuation and expansion from Bill Clinton, which continued and expanded from George Sr., who continued and expanded from Reagan, and so on. You can keep going back as far as you like. Through Vietnam, through the Bay of Pigs, through the Korean War, and all the lesser mentioned conflicts in between and backward. Through all the economic crises that we have experienced over and over and over, all the recessions, all the depressions, all the social movements which have destroyed so many lives in numerous attempts for us to have equal rights. And some people don't want equal rights. If someone else has equal rights, it does not detract from your rights. You may find it peaceful that the media will remain silent as Biden commits the same atrocities as Trump, or even far worse. When they do mention any of it, it will be with glowing praise of a strong leader. You may find it peaceful that the incoming administration will use the next 2 to 8 years claiming GOP obstruction to avoid passing any legislative or executive orders which even remotely resemble progressive policies which they have absolutely no intention of passing or even introducing. What you call peace is what I call gaslighting. What you call peace is what I call censorship. What you call peace, I call blackballing, whitewashing, warmongering, intentional partisan division, genocide, feudalism, neoliberal propaganda, and the ongoing race to extinction at breakneck speed. What you call peace is what silenced and attacked the Sanders campaign prior to the convention of 2016. What you call peace is what silenced, covered up, and attacked the Tulsi Gabbard campaign in 2019 through 2020, which makes no mention of your piece makes no mention of the Hunter Biden emails. Your piece demonizes Julian Assange and makes no mention of his torture, which your piece never mentions Manning or Snowden. This is a piece that discredits or makes no mention of the OPCW scandal. A piece which recognizes Guaido as the president of Venezuela, which makes no mention of slaves in Libya or the genocide of the people of Yemen or Palestine. Your piece will now make no mention of millions of Americans being evicted from their residences with no place to go. Up to 50 million Americans facing eviction within the next 2 months. They will not be mentioned because it cannot simply be blamed on Trump without placing the impetus to act on the incoming administration, which has not even mentioned the subject. Your piece resides in the Russiagate claims, which have suddenly fallen completely silent in the past few days. Did you even notice that Russiagate suddenly magically disappeared? Unlike the buildup of U.S. forces at the Russian border, which will continue. Your piece resides in U.S. forces occupying Syria and Iraq illegally, a continued presence in Afghanistan, an intensified naval presence in the South China Sea, ever since the Obama, Biden, Clinton pivot to Asia, all of which will continue. But you can be at peace knowing you will not hear a word about it. Your peace lies in your latte, your Lexus, your day spa treatments, your stock portfolio, your wine and Xanax and Prozac. You can pack your pink pussy hats in the back of your closet and claim victory. You can drive past the tent cities, the miles-long lines at the food banks, annoyed at how it slows down your trip to the salon. You can drive past the VA and the veteran on the corner with PTSD. You can drive through the minority communities of dilapidated houses and unemployed people begging and looking for work. You can think, what a shame, about the millions laid off or working for jobs, secure in the knowledge that that's just the way it is, and never utter a word of responsibility. Then again, times have changed. Those of us on the actual left will not allow you that peace. We will keep pushing every bit of this in your face. It's not going to stop. Aaron Mate and the Gray Zone, Max Blumenthal, Abby Martin, Matt Taibbi, Caitlin Johnstone, Jimmy Dore, Glenn Greenwald, Chris Hedges, Kyle Kulinski, Ray McGovern, Joe Lauria, Elizabeth Voss, and the rest at Consortium News, Dr. Richard Wolff, and myself, you can absolutely count on the fact that none of us are going away. None of us will be dragged to the right, ever. I may have the smallest audience on that list, but I will always lend my voice. I will always continue the same fight in the absolute knowledge that this so-called peace is not peace, but a delusion. One bombastic and crude name being displaced does nothing to change the battle or the war. The above are all voices you should be listening to, not neoliberal puppets telling you how everything is all good now that Trump will be gone. There are absolute reasons Trump was elected. There are absolute reasons that Biden's lead only equals 3%. And, out of the numbers that I already quoted. So put down your latte, park your Lexus. You can keep the Xanax and Prozac. You're going to need it.